Hello, hope you are doing well. Hope that you are enjoying this beautiful beginning of fall. I personally, fall is my most favorite season of the year. I think part of the reason for that is, my birthday is in the fall. And as a kid, that's probably what skewed my uh, opinion on that. But I love putting on a good sweatshirt. I love sitting out by a campfire. I love having a cigar. I love having a little bit of bourbon in that experience as well. So maybe you'll have one of those coming up in your near future. I hope I do. So while I'm thinking about it, give it a good old thumbs up if you enjoy this content. If you have suggestions and comments and feedback on bottles that I should be trying, things to stay away from, and that sort of thing. I love your comments. If you've had this one, and we'll get into it here in a moment, but if you had this before, tell me what your thoughts are about it. So let's get into a single bottle tasting today. I got this one at the Green Boat Liquor Store down in Edisto, South Carolina. We have a short-term rental there, so if you're looking for an awesome, peaceful, quiet, beautiful place to stay, send me a note. I'll send you the details, and hopefully you can find a time that works for you. But I've never seen this before, and I've seen it at this liquor store a few times over the past several months when we've been down there. But I did not pull the trigger until this last time. And that liquor store is decent. They have a pretty good variety, especially at least compared to what I can get to here in Indiana. A lot of what they have, I don't see it here, and so those are the times to get the things, right. So this one's called Old Soul, Tintype series. This is from Cathead Distillery, and that's in Mississippi. I really don't know that much about I don't know anything about this distillery at all. But as far as this one's concerned, it is a straight bourbon whiskey, uncut and unfiltered cask strength. It's the 2022 release. It's aged 7 years. So see if we can find the proof. Cask strength tells us something. So it's 122.3 proof. So it's going to be a little bit up there. I personally, I kind of like higher proof stuff. I tend to like cask strength. I tend to like the single barrel, but everybody's bourbon and whiskey tasting and preferences are very different. So what do you like? Do you like the high proof stuff? Do you like the single barrel stuff? Do you like weeded bourbons? Let me know. I would love to tell you more about this mash bill. I'll be honest, I didn't look it up. I used to get into that a lot. And sometimes I do. I'm super, super curious. But I don't know what this one is. I know that I've had a little bit of it, but I don't have a memory. I remember at the time that I liked it. It was good, but I believe it was towards the tail end of our trip. So that's probably why I put the cork in and said, bring it back to Indiana and we'll do a video on it. The nose is familiar to me, and I don't mean it because I've had this before. Kind of has a little bit of, I would say almost like a wild turkey nose, honestly, like the rare breed. It's familiar to me. Let's go in for, as far as the notes are concerned. I mean, there is a hint of ethanol, but when you're dealing with something that's 120 or higher proof, there's a pretty good chance you're going to get some ethanol on the nose. There's almost like a, a slight toffee, but it's almost like I would say some baking spices maybe that are mixed in there. A little bit of butter. Let's give it a taste. Yeah. It's a slow burn. I don't think it really tastes like a wild turkey though. that heat gets you, man. This one is definitely going to taste. It's going to calm down, I think, if I put an ice cube or two in there. I don't mind the heat, but when you're drinking something this hot, you're not going to have very many of them in a particular night. So, but again, how you drink it, whether it's neat, with ice, with water, as an old fashioned, as another type of cocktail, that's up to you, man. It's all personal preference. The flavor on this one, I'm trying to find what it is. I mean, the heat from the proof, about mid to and it's a long heat too, but definitely after just a couple seconds, it starts to hit you, and it's kind of hot, but then it just kind of keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And maybe you hear that and you're like, man, that sounds terrible. Well, I don't mind a little bit of heat from time to time. I like hot wings, I like spicy food, and I would liken this to eating some spicy food, but in drink form. There are some tobacco notes in this one. And actually, just tasting that makes me think, boy, wouldn't it be nice to have a cigar with this one? Yeah, spicy tobacco, like cigar tobacco. That's the best I got for you on this one. I like it. I like it a whole bunch. This is one, the next time I'm down in Edisto, if they have the Old Soul from the Cathead Distillery, I'm going to be getting it. And this was the 2022 release. So I'm hoping the next time that I go down there that they have the 2023 release. So something to look forward to. But anyway, thank you all. Appreciate you taking time to tune in and watch. And again, if you always have feedback and comments and suggestions, send them my way. I love to hear those that kind of feedback. I'm just trying to share, a little bit of insights on different products, and I'd love to hear yours as well, because I like learning about new things to try, and I like learning about things I should stay away from too. So anyway, until next time.